Greetings, brethren. In lieu of being able to come to you at this particular time and make a personal report on the India work, we have prepared a short video and slide presentation. It'll only take just a few minutes. Greetings, brethren. Juanita and I are unable to be with you at this particular time, and we regret that. But in lieu of being able to be there, we have prepared a very short video presentation, which I hope that you will enjoy, and we will look forward to the time when we can come and personally make a presentation on the India work. We began with an overview of the map and of our latest campaign to India. We started in the southeast of India at a place called Timapuram, and then went to Gannavaram, which is a suburb of a larger city, Vijayawada. And from there, we went to our home, which we maintain in Hyderabad, and did work around Hyderabad, and then traveled to Kurnool, and back to Hyderabad for a few more days, and then journeyed north to Bhopal. From Bhopal, we went over to the northeast of India at a place called Siliguri, and that's a very important place for us, and we want to concentrate our attention on that in later slides on this disc. Opening day of our new school in Pamadi, which is in the southeast of India, was October 1st. This is the faculty of that particular school with the director, and then we had 15 students at this particular school. You'll notice that these are very mature men, much like what we would have at a school of preaching here in the United States, with a few college-age students in the class as well. In our Hyderabad office, we gather statistics of all of our particular campaigns, and there we can see the work of Ron Clayton in particular, and working with our Secretary Kumari in getting all the statistics together. And we work very, very hard to make sure that everything is 100% accurate so that we can report these to the Brotherhood who supports the work in India. Many interesting things you can see in India, such as this man making his morning deliveries of his farm eggs, going down a very busy 4-lane city street in Hyderabad. He's seems to be totally oblivious of all the traffic about him and the potholes, and we wonder what kind of omelet might come from all of this. One of the important works that we're engaged in these days is distribution of a new songbook, which we spent 5 years in editing. It's in various Indian languages. This particular book that you see is in the Telugu language. Most of the songs were written by Indian brothers and sisters. There are a number of songs, of course, which are translations of favorite English songs, which they also enjoy. But our goal was to make an indigenous songbook and to distribute this among the brethren. To date, we've published around 60,000 copies of this book. And, of course, we need to publish hundreds of thousands. Money, of course, is always a particular problem. It costs $1.25 per copy. We returned to Hyderabad, and we're going to worship at Brother Chinna Raju's building. And one of the reasons for coming to that building is to note the state of disrepair. The building is falling into pieces, as the Indian brethren like to say. And it's easy to see that a great deal of work needs to be done. Moisture from outside has been coming through the bricks. No longer, the plastering is no longer on the outside, and therefore a lot of damage has been done over the years, and including the ceiling, which is also beginning to break down. And so our brethren at this particular location are in need not just of repairing this building, but of replacing it. And they have asked our help to do this. Brother Vijay Das is the local preacher in Bhopal, north part of India, and here we have his wife and sister, and a couple of people that he has just recently baptized. That couple is standing next to myself in the picture. Vijay, of course, is there with his Bible, and then the man in the striped shirt with his wife next to him, and they're a wonderful couple. Next to them is Vijay's sister wearing the pink dress with green sleeves, and then Juanita and Vijay Das's good wife. And so we appreciate this family and the very hard work that they do and excellent work they do in Bhopal area. It is in the north of India, and therefore the work tends to be more difficult and a bit slower than the work in the south. And we need to be praying for them. They are doing an excellent job, though. One of the most important things that we can do at this particular time, it seems to me, is to direct our Indian brethren to do cross-border evangelism. And so we can evangelize about 7 different countries from India itself. And so we're encouraging our brethren to begin to think in terms of sending missionaries from India into the various countries that are neighboring. As you can see from this, we're planning 2 major centers to do this. The first one is in the green circle with the green arrows pointing out toward Myanmar and China. There in the green circle is Imphal. It's the capital of the state of Manipur. There are about 7 states over in that northeast of India. They are called the sister states of India. And a lot of work needs to be done there, but we're able to train people from Myanmar at Imphal. And those people from Myanmar often know some of the languages of China, in particular Mandarin. And along that China border, there are large groups of people, indigenous groups of people, some numbering as many as 50 million people. And they're not what we ordinarily think of as Chinese or Chinese communists, but they're people who want to be reached and can be reached with the gospel. But we have to train preachers to do that. From Siliguri, which is outlined here in the red, we're able to evangelize into Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and China, and a northern part of India there highlighted is called Sikkim. And from Siliguri, we can teach and train men to go out from these places. The nice thing about this border evangelism is that the local Indian people are able to simply walk across the borders in many, many places. They receive a day pass. They can go over into parts of Bhutan and Nepal, China, Myanmar, and they can work for one day or visit people for one day and come back at nighttime. And again, they can repeat the visit in the next day or so. But it is possible for us to reach into all of these peoples, and there are literally hundreds of millions of people that are waiting to be reached from this northeast part of India. And we believe that it can be done, and we ask your assistance in getting this job done. Brother Vijay Das is shown baptizing the young man with the striped shirt. That was in a former picture. And we appreciate the hard work that he does. And every single day in India, about 1,700 people are being baptized into Christ. And that happens every day. This year, 2014, we have baptized, as of the middle of September, about 425,000 people. The Lord is to be praised for the great work that he is doing there. And we continue to encourage the brethren, as we say in India, let's trouble the waters. Juanita dressed here in her Indian sari. It's a very graceful dress and very pretty. And we're very thankful to you, brethren, for supporting us in the preaching and teaching of the gospel in India. And pray that we may have yet a good while to preach and teach there, and ask for your continued support. Thank you very much.